Giraffe Town is, I guess it's an action-adventure? Maybe a platformer? A psychological horror? Giraffe Town is a very strange and absurd game. You play the role of Giraffe, a bored, lonely, and depressed guy who has slippery feet. One day he's watching TV to where Love, his favorite pop singer, is going to be having a meet and greet with her fans on the other side of town. The player's objective is to travel across the road to find Love. The singer, not actually find. As soon as the player starts the game, they'll immediately notice that the giraffe will just Deja vu, I've just been this place before. At high velocity. Due to the wacky physics, the player will need to carefully navigate alongside the road. Later on, they'll acquire clown shoes, making traversing much easier and give the giraffe the ability to jump. More mechanics are added later on, such as, a gun. But for the sake of not spoiling the game, I'm not going to show too much of the late game stuff here. The game's writing and sense of humor is so absurd, goofy, and surreal. There's a lot of strange dialogue happening between Giraffe and the characters that he meets. The conversations are always slow, uncomfortable, and awkward, paired with a cinematography that would rival the works of Vince Gilligan. I think the player immediately knows what strange Eldritch horrors await for them the second they are prompted with this opening. The game doesn't take itself seriously, but there is an actual plot and the theme of not giving up behind it. If I could verbally describe what this game is like, it's like staying up past 3 a.m. and watching Adult Swim. It's got a lot of Xavier Renegade Angel and 12-ounce mouse energy to it. The narrative is so nonsensical and ridiculous, and I was absolutely here for it. It does actually ramp up a bit on the third act. It's still insane and silly, but there's actual lore. The visuals are very unsettling, dark, and creepy. There's an isolated feel in Giraffe Town. Not only does Giraffe's plight of finding love or any sense of self-confidence just feel depressing, but the visual presentation as a whole feels desolate. The environment is dark and empty, further enhanced by the short draw distance, cold snowy environment, and Silent Hill-like fog found throughout the game. The textures are also so gritty, and the game has this grainy noise filter at all times. Giraffe only has two expressions: wide-eyed whenever he's thinking about love, and apathetic, which is like 98% of the time. Some of the characters, such as Tunnels the Clown and Big Dog, are also just as uncanny. The developer even inserted himself into this game, and he's just as bizarre as the rest of the cast. You never really feel safe talking to anyone here. I love how intentionally bad a lot of the cutscene animations are as well. It really adds to the je ne sais quoi that makes this game feel like an absolute fever dream. The music is more atmospheric, and it really only plays at the beginning of the game. The game's sound design, on the other hand, is quite incredible, given the atmosphere an ominous and horrifying tone. Giraffe Town is fairly difficult at points, such as at the beginning where you only have 5 lives to make it to the midway point of the road, and at times the game can be quite generous with its retries. The game's overall tone is to challenge yourself and to get back up from your failures, displayed by Love's song, Get Back Up, inspiring the giraffe to make the effort to go see his favorite pop singer despite his fears of failure. And if the player quits the game, they're given a message telling them that the game requires concentration and motivation, hilariously paired with a text-to-speech voice telling them, "You suck. You suck. You suck." However, and while I won't spoil the ending by showing the footage here, the final boss battle is my only real critique I have with this game. It's very difficult to get through. Not because of skill, but rather clunky bad game design. The boss can easily one-shot you due to no invincibility frames, they run way too quickly, and the gun mechanics aren't exactly accurate or consistent, making the battle feel like RNG and praying that you actually get to damage them before they beat you to a pulp. The final battle took me over 2 hours to complete. I can't get this fucking wine bottle open, but... I gotta get this wine bottle open. And I know that at the end of the day, this game is just a shitpost, but I think a handful of players will get deterred by the game's unfair difficulty spike, and rightfully so. Depending on how the later half fares against the player, Giraffe Town isn't a long experience, clocking in at about 3 to 5 hours. Giraffe Town was developed by Samir Khatib, I hope I am pronouncing that right, through his company Snow Cone Solid Productions. And I gotta give the man props for A, developing the game all by himself, B, having the gall to put himself and only himself in the special thanks, and C, giving Giraffe Town its own Steam Awards. The absolute legend. Khatib also has 2 other games on his Steam page, Potato Thriller and The Debug, both of which are free, along with mentions of other future projects as well. A lot of his work has this haunted PS1 and puppet combo charm that I very much adore. Giraffe Town is only $2, and if you're looking for a good laugh with some absurd dumb humor with a dark and horror-driven atmosphere, I think you'll have a great time with this game. I would recommend against this if silly meme games just don't interest you, if you don't like overly difficult games, or if what you've seen just looks very unappealing. The game also does have an epilepsy warning, as there are a few sequences that are basically just acid trips, which did irritate my eyes after staring at it for an excessive amount. Giraffe Town is available on Steam, itch.io, and Xbox One, and I would encourage you all to check it out. If you made it to the end of this video, thank you so much for watching. I truly appreciate your viewership. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to leave me a like and subscribe if you're new. I know this is a much shorter video. I haven't got to do one since Hylics back in February. I've been meaning to do more of these shorter videos, but I very much enjoyed my time at Giraffe Town, and I had a much larger video planned for December, but it's going to take some more time. I am looking forward to having it done. Look forward to it in January. I also plan to do another Cozy Cat game, though that might not be till February, but I want to keep that tradition of doing a Cozy Cat game at the beginning of the year, so look forward to that. Couple things I want to plug in real quick. I have my Twitch at twitch.tv/afoxontheinternet. I stream on there at least once or twice a week. I'm trying to stream a little bit more regularly. I know I haven't done as much as I wish to have. I got to stream Giraffe Town not too long ago. That was an insane stream, and I want to thank everybody so much who was there for that. I also have my Twitter at afoxbtweeting. I have my Discord server. If you want to join me in my little community, I would love to have you. I post a lot of updates in there and memes and nonsense, so there's that. I have my VOD channel where I have the full playthrough of Giraffe Town if you are interested on seeing my live reactions to it. And I also have a compilation that I put together on my second channel, Fox in the Box. So yeah, there's that. If that's interesting to you, links are in the description. And I plan to do more videos throughout 2023. I'm going to try to be a little bit more consistent with my uploads. It's hard sometimes. I plan out these really big projects, and it's sometimes they take longer than I anticipate, but that's just life, I suppose. But I also plan to at least do more interviews next year. I know I said that last year, and here we are in December, and I've done a total of 0, but c'est la vie, I suppose. Anyway, I want to thank everybody again. Thank you so much for watching. I hope everyone has a wonderful holiday and Christmas season, and that I hope that 2023 will be a much better year for everybody. Until then, stay safe and take care.